achieved.
What's happening, everyone? I'm Scylol, and for today's video we'll be taking a look at the PvP in Guild Wars 2. In Guild Wars 2 there are two different types of PvP. World PvP, sometimes known as World vs. World, which is casual PvP, and Structured PvP, which is the competitive side of PvP. Nearly all MMOs have both types, all of which are very similar, but each have something that makes it a different experience. World PvP is usually very unbalanced, and rightfully so. Mass amounts of players of all different levels fighting against each other in the open world. Structured PvP, on the other hand, has a set amount of people versing each other on a particular map. But many MMOs have a flawed system where gear is the biggest factor in determining the winner. As a PvPer, I'm going to tell you why I like what Guild Wars 2 is doing to set itself apart from the pack. Let's first take a look at World PvP. In Guild Wars 2, the World PvP will take place in an instance area and is joinable by any player via the PvP hotkey in the game. In this area, 3 worlds or servers have to fight for a 2-week span, yes, I said 2 weeks, to collect resources from the middle of the map. The land in the middle will be uncontrolled, and each world will start with the same amount of land around the center. When a player joins the World PvP event, they will be automatically sidekicked up to level 80. As stated in episode 1, players will not gain any new abilities and keep the gear that they have on. This means a higher level character that was sidekicked to 80 or an actual level 80 will have an advantage against you. But remember, this is World PvP, so everything isn't balanced. A world's rank will increase when they win, and they will be matched up against worlds of similar ranking in the future. The next event will start right when the previous one ends. When you're participating in World PvP, you will receive rewards. If your world controls a certain part of the map, it may provide buffs to players such as increasing the drop rate of items or increase the amount of experience you gain when killing an enemy. A really cool thing is that you can level your character entirely in World PvP. Killing enemies in World PvP will give loot, so you aren't forced to do PvE content. Since you can level all the way to level 80 in World PvP, it shows that ArenaNet wanted to make a game for every type of player. World PvP in Guild Wars 2 doesn't only have PvP, but it also has PvE aspects such as dynamic events. So if you were a low level character sidekicked up, instead of going head to head against a player who might have better gear and more abilities, you can help your world by completing these PvE aspects of World PvP, or focusing on collecting resources from the middle of the map. World PvP is for everyone, for large groups of friends or guildmates all the way down to the solo players. There will be something for everyone. It is to be reminded that this is World PvP, and the numbers can be as unbalanced as they want. One server can have 100 players, another 200, and another 75. All of these numbers will most likely fluctuate because of the duration the event lasts for. This also promotes getting to know your world better so you can win more of these World PvP events. Now that we've covered World PvP, let's start talking about Structured PvP. In Guild Wars 2 there are two types of Structured PvP, Tournament play and Hot Joinable play. Tournament play is always 5v5. Teams will compete in pick-up play matches and compete in a single elimination bracket where the winner gets qualifying points. These points are used to get into monthly and yearly tournaments. Hot Joinable play is different. You are able to leave or join at any time, and it can be 1v1 all the way up to 10v10. This is good for players who want to practice for tournament play because the maps and the game mode will always be the same. The biggest feature in Guild Wars 2 Structured PvP is that gear won't decide the winner. Everyone will have access to the same gear. If you want to compete in this competitive side of PvP right when the game is released, you can. You can sidekick any of your characters to 80 and you will have access to all of your abilities and gear in the game. It is most likely that you will be in an instance area and can only participate in Structured PvP when you sidekick yourself up. I really like the idea how Structured PvP is completely separate from PvE. In both types of Structured PvP, the only game mode available is Conquest. In this game mode, teams have to capture different points throughout the map, and the first team to 500 points wins. Although there is only one game mode, ArenaNet has said that the different maps will drastically change the way you approach the battle. As you can see in this video, there are 3 points to capture, one being in the very center. Both teams have access to a trebuchet or a catapult to deal damage to players across the map. The trebuchet hurts a lot. It will destroy buildings and severely hurt a player that is hit by it. The main thing in this map is to have control over the center point and to always have your trebuchet up and running because the enemy teams can destroy it. Different maps will offer different features such as the trebuchet that will make each of them unique. That's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next week.